So, you finally survived assessment 1. Okay, so welcome to assessment 2 of marketing subject. The purpose of this assessment is actually to write a marketing plan. So it is a continuation of your assessment 1. In brief, your assessment 1 is actually about analyzing marketing environment that includes the macro and micro environments. And in terms of micro environments, we ask you to focus on competitors, suppliers, public, and consumer, analyzing consumer through the consumer behavioral concepts. The second assessment is actually about this similar thing, so you can refer to the same case study, and the length of the assessment is 3,000 words, of course, plus minus 10% basically. It is a larger weighting, 60%. Now it is due on Friday and of module 6. So in our case, that means on the 26th of January 2018. But please make sure that it is on or before January 26, January 2018. Okay. Again, the critical aspects in here includes the critical evaluation of the impact of the application of marketing mix on consumer behavior, and also explore the role of marketing in embedding principles of sustainability, ethics, and social justice within an organization. Okay? Now let's have a look at the specific tasks. Okay. So if again, just giving a heads up that the expected learning outcomes, one of the expected learning outcomes is to demonstrate our critical evaluation, critical analysis. So you need to demonstrate that you can analyze it. So again, if you write bullet points, definitely it doesn't explain your analysis articulately. And please refer to academic writing support if you need to have to get some support in this area. Okay, so what we need to do is to create a marketing strategy, and we know that in terms of marketing strategy, we need to recommend target market and also positioning strategy. Okay, so they are the key components of marketing strategy. And marketing mix variables, as discussed a few weeks ago, actually the implementation of the marketing strategy or the positioning strategy. Okay. So the other main ones that we need to explain, that we need to include in our assessment. So pretty much straightforward, I guess, in terms of the assessments. And again, rubrics, I'm not going to discuss that more detail in terms of rubric, but if you look at that, the first two basically about the research and referencing, format, writing style and structure. And the next one is basically about the executive summary. As mentioned before, for assessment 2, yes, please include the executive summary and introduction. Please make sure that you can differentiate executive summary and introduction. Then target market analysis, positioning and competitive advantage, product strategy, distribution strategy, and pricing strategy, and then summary of recommendations and conclusions. All right, so they're the ones that we need to include. Now, what I'd like us to do is to look at the advice that I uploaded onto the discussion forum in week 1. So in week 1, as mentioned to you before, I have uploaded the advice of assessment 1 and assessment 2. Okay, and the first section in here is basically about the a few things that I have written from the summarized from the assessment brief. Okay, now let's look at the next ones. The relevant tools and concepts include, again, the situation analysis, the segmentation analysis, targeting strategy, marketing strategy. So in this instance, if you look at the assessment brief, we need to show, we can link the marketing strategy that we write to the situation, the marketing environment facing the business. Okay. Right, so this is how I suggest this, the structure for your marketing plan, which is basically quite standard if you compare to the other marketing plan structures. Okay, the first thing is the executive summary. What we need to include, it is actually a snapshot of the key elements of your marketing plan, of our marketing plan. Okay, so what is a marketing plan? Well, in brief, marketing plan is a document that includes situation analysis, objectives, and strategy. So you want to include those snapshots, those highlights in your executive summary. I noticed that a lot of people may find it hard to differentiate executive summary and introduction, because in the executive summary, they are basically introducing again the business. This is the business, and so on and so forth. Hey, hang on a second. That is not an executive summary. An executive summary should be specific, right? What are the key points specifically that you want, that you have analyzed in your marketing plan? Therefore, when you analyze the executive summary is normally written at the last. Okay, after you complete the other sections of your marketing plan, in this instance, marketing strategy, then you go back to your executive summary, right? Well, I guess it is common sense, because how can you write a summary without analyzing the content? Okay. The next one is the introduction, outline brief summary about the company, product, service, and activities, and also the industry, a brief summary of the industry. Okay, what is the industry? How is this industry going? Basically, okay. I noticed that a lot of students do this, which is basically fantastic. And then a brief summary of the situation analysis. This is the area that you need to go back to your assessment one. You modify the assessment one. Remember, this is just a brief summary. So here you need to condense a number of things in here that includes macro, micro, environmental forces, and consumer behavior. You need to condense them. All right, I'll leave it to you on how you address that, because at the end of the day, you also need to show how the situation that the business is facing linked back to the strategy that you are developing. Okay, and the next one is the target market analysis. Here, you need to, assuming that you are all working on the consumer market, so please make sure that you include 4 segmentation variables. Okay, 4 segmentation variables. Okay, and if you can also include Roy Morgan value segment. Okay, there are 10 value segments that you can consider, but if you select 1 or maximum 2 value segment and linked to 4 segmentation variables, okay, that's one that you want to explain. Okay, and the next one is marketing strategy. Again, the target market itself is actually part of the marketing strategy, and here we explain the positioning map. And how do we write the positioning map? Well, in one of the presentations last time, I explained the perceptual map or positioning map. Here we use quality and price. You can use quality and price, but I'd like to challenge you to think further than quality and price. Okay, think about the customer's needs. What drives the customers buy this product? Okay, and buy certain brands over the other brands. What are the reasons? Okay, so that's positioning map or perceptual map. Okay, and then we write the positioning statements. In terms of writing a positioning statement, please make sure that you refer to the formula, to whom you are what. Okay, it is as simple as that. Or to guide you with more detail, you could explain to whom, with what need, okay? To what target market with what needs, your brand, okay, or our brand is what concepts, okay? What concepts, okay? What attribute that you want to propose to the customers with what point of differentiation. Now remember, we discussed about the points of differentiation as well. So these point of differentiation is basically to convince the customers, okay? All right, and your comment about the competitive advantage, okay? What competitive advantage that you have? So advantage that you have to substantiate, to convince the customers here in terms of competitive advantage. Again, it is related to the point of differentiation. Okay, point of differentiation in brief, point of differentiation that we create actually leads us to the competitive advantage. Okay, so make sure that it is quite unique for us. Okay. And then marketing mix variables, okay? Now, just note in here, in terms of marketing mix variables, you need to show the link, okay, between the positioning strategy, in this instance, to be more specific, positioning statement, and your marketing mix variables, okay? Now, in this topic, in the topic of STP, a couple of weeks ago, I discussed an example using a supermarket business at a time, showing the link between a positioning statement, between a strategy that that starts from the target market, positioning, and also marketing mix variables, okay? And the other thing that you also need to include in here is please detail them refer to the concept, okay? Detail your marketing mix variables. Oops, bit of typo. Detail your marketing mix variables, okay? Referring to the concepts, okay? Referring to the concepts, okay? What are the concepts? Well, you can refer to the marketing mix variable presentation, okay? All right, so that's basically about it. And conclusion and recommendation. What do you? What's your conclusion? And must include the key findings. So what are the key findings in there? And also you make recommendation to the business, okay? And some other details in here, please refer to the assessment brief for details, right? Please refer to it, okay? And relate to the theory, and in terms of relating to theory, please demonstrate that you can explain the theory and use the theory. You may recall that I discussed the concept dear approach, decide the concept, explain the concept, apply the concept, and reasons. When I say reasons, we put the facts behind it, okay? So the other ones that that you want to include, use the tools discussed, which is basically related to item number 2. And if you use diagrams or tables, you can put them on the appendix, and you put the analysis in the main report, okay? And similarity index, please target 20% or less, okay? And formal writing style. And please include title page, table of content, headings, subheadings. Now, headings, subheadings in here are basically not a matter of cosmetics, but it also reflects your understanding, because when you put up when you write the headings for certain content, that reflects your understanding of the content, okay? And especially where it is very likely related to the concept that you are using. Okay? In-text references and reference lists, okay, and appendix if needed. That's where you put in your diagrams, tables, and so on and so forth, okay? And it is due on or before Friday, 26th January 2018, okay? All right, so that's basically our assessments, and good luck, everyone. And yeah, wishing you all the best. Thank you. Bye.